in play.
Sponsored Maiden, the second race, and over on the far side, Mickey the Steel is in the firing line with Kilvin Lady, and also showing good early speed is Motira as they continue on in these early stages. Motira has picked it up, heading for the 3 furlong point with Mickey the Steel next, and then Kilvin Lady, Boston Rocket on the left is Spill Passion, who's tracked by Stag Knight, and after them is One Sweet Day. Racing on towards the halfway point.
Oakley.
And down the hill they come. It's Motir on the far side, followed through by Rin's Breath and Mickey the Steel, Cuttaheen Princess, Roses Blue. On the left is Spill Passion with beginning a run, One Sweet Day, and Stag Knight coming right into it. Haranda's next, and then moving for gold, an apple of his eye. As Stag Knight sweeps to the front from on the far side, Rin's Breath, and these two
I'm out of here, man.
Clear of Spill Passion up the hill, and it's Stag Knight edging ahead of a battling back Rin's Breath. Stag Knight has just made it.
Market in play.
On the wide outside, Poet's Dawn was away alertly, and so too, right up there, Gallipoli towards the inside, as Safran is dropped right out the back of the field. Also, Ebury is another one who's towards the rear as they make the run towards the first turn. Gallipoli forcing up on the inside of Poet's Dawn. These are the first two. Wob is racing in third. Fame and Acclaim against the inside rail is in fourth position. Ebury now improves to take fifth, followed by Lexington Knight, who's on the inside. The yellow headgear then of Eagle Way. Next to the field is Agile in the all yellow, followed by Dubai Mirage, who's towards the outside of Jump the Gun, who's racing in midfield together with La Trinidad. Then Young Fire, who's towards the inside of Chichester. Next to the field is Broken Spear, who was a little bit slow to begin. Safran is still towards the rear of the field as they make the run now on towards the final three, with Amazement, another one towards the rear of the field, and struggling together with Crown Thorpe. They're racing inside the final 2.5 furlongs. Gallipoli over on the far side. Fame and Acclaim, and between rivals, Dawn. These are the first three. Jump the Gun is staying on now towards the inside. Staying on the outside is Agile. So too is Ebury, Chichester, and also Dubai Mirage. They race inside the final furlong. Ebury in the centre. Take it on.
I'm out of here, man.
La Trinidad now, and Ebury. These two set two inside the final 150 yards. La Trinidad on the far side, and it is La Trinidad to win. Ebury in second.
Market suspended.
They race away, get a
market in play.
Sir Duke in the black and orange, who won the best turned out award, is fast away. The favourite Unspoken is off to the left in beige and black. Implore, red jacket against the running rail. The red and black have Nietzsche Star between those. Off to the right, Desert Angel, white and green jacket. Right behind him, this very well backed Kanjar in blue and white colour stripes on the cap. Preceding him, also a blue and white combination for Flying Secret, got a plain white cap. On the left, in light blue, is Atrium. The grey horse towards the back then is Haunted Dream. Is in company with State Legend. Cephalus is just the back marker. They're moving to halfway. Robert Havlin on Implore, the leader. Favourite Unspoken, black sleeves and cap for Richard Kingscote is close. Second place. Atrium on the left in light blue. Then the white and green of Desert Angel, Kanjar behind this. Flying Secret and also Nietzsche Star in contention. So Duke behind those, but it's still Implore at the 2 furlong pole. The advantage here to Atrium, the light blue coming through. Desert Angel in white and green, Unspoken behind those. Kanjar, a lot of horse there, but he can't find room at the moment. Flying Secret is ahead of him.
I'm out of here, man.
Leads now down inside the last furlong to Desert Angel, the white and green colours. There as well as Flying Secret, is battling on very strongly, but Atrium stretching out in front here, got about a half-length advantage. Atrium was the winner. Flying Secret in second.
There to join her rising star, moving into second far side. Down the near side, Spirit of Bermuda leads the way in the pink cap. She Do in a noseband. Samut, the favourite in the blue and white jacket behind those. On the far side, the grey Professional Widow with Ricknar. Then down the near side, Hala from Star of Emirati, King Mania towards the back of the field with Nebulosa. Now they're racing down the centre. Al Surrey are taking them along in this Bedford Lodge Hotel and Spa Fillies handicap by a couple of lengths to Spirit of Bermuda in second. Third is Rising Star, then She Do and Samut and Professional Widow, and Ricknar still towards the far side.
Oakley dokley.
Getting a shake of the reins towards the back. Halla to the near side. Professional Widow. And now on the extreme right, the hooded Nebulosa. So they pan out here, and it's still just Al Sariar down the centre. Coming there, rising star. Ricknar with a run, one from the right. And on the far side, on the far right, Nebulosa. Samut is coming through the blue and white jacket now, hitting top gear from Spirit of Bermuda as they race up the hill and down the near.
I'm out of here, man.
Is ploughing a lone furrow and stays on, but Spirit of Bermuda just about the lead at a rising star as they race close to the finish, and Spirit of Bermuda
Market suspended. Market in play.
On the opener on City Plate Day, and Turner in the yellow and black stripes jinked sharply to the right on leaving the gates and gave a fairly hefty nudge to Jasumi, white jacket, who now races keenly and is racing wide of the field as the stablemates Costa Adehi in the dark blue and red and Devious Angel orange jacket dispute it, going towards the end of the first couple of furlongs, with Turner on the inside tracking the leading pair and Jasumi recovering and just running a little green, having been
Oakley dokley.
They've gone through halfway and they're beginning to swing back towards home. Costa Adehi and Kieran O'Neill pressing on in front, leading by 3 parts of a length. Haley Turner shaking up Devious Angel away to the left to challenge. Is opened up for Turner nicely on the inside, trying to close the door. Costa Adehi in Turner's face.
I'm out of here, man.
Inside the furlong, and now out of trouble. Devious Angel has swept through to take a narrow lead from Costa Adehi, who's fighting back. Turner looking held. Devious Angel by a whisker shadows the post. It's a Dascombe 1-2.
Market suspended.
Costa Adehi fighting out the finish ahead of Turner in third, and having been hampered at the start, Jasumi could never land a blow.
Complete the lineup, due into stall number 6. They're in the gate, and they're off.
Market
for the
in
Group
play.
3, John Smith's Silver Cup, and through the very early stages, Roberto Escobar is right up there together with Outbox, and then very keen towards the inside rail is Luganini, and then the grey favourite for Jera Prince, who races in 4th in the very early stages. Towards his inside, Hookham, racing alongside Quick Thorn as they race now on towards the final mile and a half. Outbox stretches the lead now to 2 lengths, racing keenly. Luganini in 2nd, Roberto Escobar restrained back to 3rd, and then Hookham on the inside of Jera Prince, and then in midfield is Quick Thorn as they go midway down the back straight. Away he goes, is next to the field with Sonny Boy Liston towards their outside. Last but one is Max Vega, and weighted with at the back of the field is Mirando as they continue their journey, which takes them now on towards the final 9 furlongs. Outbox bidding for a 4th win of the year, takes them into their first turn in the hands of Paul Mulrennan. 2 on the outside, Roberto Escobar, who has now taken 2nd. Luganini in the hands of James Sullivan, now in 3rd. For Jera Prince just 4th. Hookham in 5th. Quickthorn is in 6th. A break of a length back to away he goes, racing in advance of Sonny Boy Liston, and then Mirando, who is now past 1, and it's now Max Vega and Hector Crouch at the back of the field, and they're around about 10 lengths off the leader, who is Outbox, who takes them on inside the final 7 furlongs. They've just gone through halfway in the John Smith's Silver Cup, and it is Outbox who leads the parade. On the outside, Roberto Escobar breathing down his neck now in 2nd on the long turn that brings them back towards home. Luganini is in 3rd. Ridden along now on the outside for Jera Prince. Hit a bit of a flat spot there on the turn. Andrea Azzini urging the grey to pick up the bit, and he really ran flat around the turn, but he's still there in 4th and pitching. Hookham on the inside, followed by Quick Thorn, and then away he goes, who's followed into the race by Mirando, Sonny Boy Liston, and Max Vega. They're in line for home, less than a half mile to go. And Outbox still has the lead. A break of just over a length and a half to Roberto Escobar, who tries to close down that gap now on the near side. For Jera Prince, still being driven along by Andrea Azzini, but he's still there with every chance towards the outside. Hookham now splits rivals and has travelled well to this point. Quickthorn towards the wide outside. Away he goes, he's trying to stay on. They race down towards the final furlong 1.5. Outbox is digging in. He still has the lead, but now Hookham has come alongside. Hookham has taken the lead for Jim Crowley. They're inside the final furlong.
I'm out of here, man.
To Outbox in second. Fajera Prince has flattened out in third. Another 100 yards to go. It's Hookham who is out in front. And the John Smith Silver Cup goes to Hookham.
Market suspended.
They're off. Just over a circuit in front of them.
Market in play.
For this Betfred.com handicap. American Gigolo in the Stars and Stripes is the first one to show in front as they come to the turn out of the home straight. Little wide though. Vinderlander, black sleeve jacket against the rails, and between them Indianapolis, who won the best turned out award. They are the leading trio. Then comes Just in Time, white and red colours. He's around the outside of Future Investment in the yellow and black. Vis-a-vis is next. Races just head of favourite Spanish Kiss as they race through the 1.5 mile start. Then the blue and white colours of Buriram and Ispahan be about 2-3 lengths behind him. A red jacket is at the rear of the field, in total about 10 lengths behind the leaders. They have the downhill run now, and Vinderlander and Kieran Schumacher show up in front. The red stripes on the sleeves for Cam Hardy. American Gigolo is wide of best turned out winner Indianapolis, and Richard Kingscote in white and green. In white and red is Reese Clutterbuck on Just in Time. In yellow and black is Danny Tudhope on Future Investment, who's just about in 5th place. Then the favourite, Spanish Kiss, Callum Shepherd. It's a dark jacket, a white cap, races around the outside of the nose-banded Vis-a-Vis, mad of Robert Havlin. In red colours, Ispahan, and Jamie Spencer has moved ahead of David Probert on Buriram in the blue and white jacket as they race down towards Swindley Bottom. They're coming now towards the halfway stage. There's still only about 8-10 lengths between them, and the lead is still with Vinderlander. She's about 3 parts of a length in front of American Gigolo, the senior runner in the race. He's a 9-year-old showing in second position. Indianapolis against the rails, about 1.5 lengths behind those, narrowly in front of Just in Time. They continue to race together in 3rd and 4th place.
Oakley dokley.
About a 2-length gap to the yellow and black of Future Investment back in 5th position. The favourite Spanish Kiss, a dark jacket, a white cap, is a length further behind this. And then Vis-a-Vis against the running rail, another length to the red of Ispahan, and Buriram in the blue and white colours is with him. They're past
20
the 5
seconds.
marker. No change in the order. Vinderlander continues to lead him as they head towards the home turn in the last half mile. Closely pressed by American Gigolo.
10 seconds. 9, 8 seconds.
Just in 4th is Just in Time around the outside of Future Investment. They're followed in by Spanish Kiss, who's
0 seconds.
Ispahan is next. Buriram is the back marker. They're coming to the home turn. They've got 3 furlongs to go. Leading pair trying to get away. Well, successfully doing so at the moment. And it's Vinderlander on the left in the black sleeves. Commits for home. American Gigolo is in second place. Then on
Market
the extreme
in
right,
play.
coming through is Spanish Kiss, trying to move into 3rd. In yellow, Future Investment. Indianapolis behind this. In the red, behind this is Ispahan.
I'm out of here, man.
Still, Vinderlander, they haven't caught it yet, and she's galloping on strongly towards the line. Future Investment has moved into 2nd. Spanish Kiss is in 3rd position. They've 100 yards to go. Vinderlander in front. Future Investment has come alongside to join her. They're going to hit the line together.
Red, Western Run is towards the inside and alongside, and jumping past them both Goodbye Someday and Young Ted. They've jumped 3 as they go to the next, and Alice Averill jumps on, leads What's Not to Know. 3rd spot now Turnpike Trip, Johanna Yates next, and then Druid's Altar the outside of Bread and Butter, a couple of lengths to Golden Spread. Western Run ahead of Goodbye Someday as they clear the fence at the top of the track. Number 5 and begin the descent. Alice Averill has taken over under Rachel Blackmore and goes on by little over a length. Turnpike Trip, Kevin Broder is 2nd. What's Not to Know, Philip Enright in the green and orange 3rd. Druid's Altar close up 4th. JJ Slevin. Johnny Yates is on the outside for Ambrose McCurtain. Alongside in the blue with the yellow stars is Bread and Butter Jonathan Moore. Golden Spread next, Paul Townend. Western Run towards the inside, Keith Donoghue alongside with the white cap, Goodbye Someday, Dennis O'Regan, and bringing up the rear is Young Ted and Sean Flanagan as they turn to head up the straight for the first time. Fences 6 and 7 ahead of them before passing the judge. And Alice Averill over towards the left in the centre, Turnpike Trip. Near side, Druid's Altar is a close third. They show in front of What's Not to Know as they clear the first of the two in the straight. And onto the fence, that'll be the last one next time. Alice Avril, Turnpike Trip, Druid's Altar and What's Not to Know, the leading quartet. Followed over it by Johanna Yates, Goodbye Someday has improved up on the outside. Golden Spread, Bread and Butter has lost a few places. Young Ted at the back with on the inside Western Run. Heading into the bend, keen to get on with the job in front, Alice Avril. Rachel Blackmore leads by 6 now to Turnpike Trip. Kevin Broder in third is Druid's Altar. JJ Slevin, What's Not to Know. In fourth position for Philip Enright, followed around the turn by Johanna Yates. The outside for Ambrose McCurtain alongside is Goodbye Someday Dennis O'Regan. Behind them is Bread and Butter, Jonathan Moore. Golden Spread, Paul Townend. Western Run, last but one for Keith Donoghue. Young Ted at the back under Sean Flanagan as they head into the back straight. Nearing fence number 8, the first of 5. And the uphill run on the far side. Alice Avril coming back to the field, little over a length in front now as they go to jump this. Alice Avril, Turnpike Trip, Druid's Altar. Goodbye Someday landed 4th. What's Not to Know, Johanna Yates, a break of 4 lengths then to Golden Spread as they clear the second fence on the far side. And on to the middle one, which is 5 from home. Alice Avril is stretched on again, leads by about 6 from Turnpike Trip. Goodbye Someday, the inside, Druid's Altar, mistaken 5th by What's Not to Know. Johanna Yates next, Western Run, Golden Spread, Young Ted and Bread and Butter as they clear the 4th last and continue to the highest point of the track. Alice Avril out in front, leads by 7 or 8. Leading the chase, Turnpike Trip with Goodbye Someday, Druid's Altar trying to close in 4th. The leader over the 3rd last with the lead of about 8 lengths from Turnpike Trip. Goodbye Someday is 3rd, Druid's Altar driven along on the outside and beginning to close. A break of about 5 lengths to Johanna Yates, What's Not to Know, and then Western Run, a further break to Golden Spread, Young Ted, and trailing the field, Bread and Butter as they run on the downhill approach to the straight. Alice Avril coming back to the field is both Turnpike Trip and on the outside Druid's Altar sweep by. This trio clear of Goodbye Someday, What's Not to Know, Johanna Yates as they make the turn into the straight. Turnpike Trip on the left, on the right Druid's Altar. They've gone away from Alice Avril in 3rd. She in turn cleared of What's Not to Know and Goodbye Someday as they head up the straight and near the 2nd last. Druid's Altar, stand side. Narrow leader, Turnpike Trip on the inner. They come away from it with less than a length between them. Druid's Altar and Turnpike Trip fight it out down to the final fence. They're clear of Alice Avril at the final fence. Druid's Altar near side, Turnpike Trip on the inner. Druid's Altar getting the better of the exchanges at this stage with less than 100 yards to race. Druid's Altar stretching on to win.
Towards the near side, then Royal Fleet, Cahill, Titan Rock, and Latest Generation at the back of the field. Through the first furlong and a half, and Darvel probably just taking them along now from Carter in 2nd. Then the favourite Royal Fleet, who's fairly keen in the hands of William Buick in 3rd place. First run for quite a while for Royal Fleet. They're followed then by Cahill on the near side in the black epaulets, and then towards the rear, Titan Rock in the maroon jacket and Latest Generation. And now Royal Fleet racing apart from the others, heading towards the far side. William Buick on his own over there. I'm not sure if the horse has hung over there or whether it was intended, but he's now against that far running rail. The others coming down the centre of the course. Oakley from Carter, then Cahill, Titan Rock, and at the back, Latest Generation. So continuing on now inside the final 3 furlongs, and still Darvel and Carter down the centre. Royal Fleet on the extreme right. Titan Rock is now edging across to join Royal Fleet. Meanwhile on the left it's Cahill and Latest Generation who's running on well inside the 2. Royal Fleet far side of Titan Rock. Carter down the centre. Down the near side still running on is Latest Generation as they meet.
I'm out of here, man.
Royal Fleet and Titan Rock on the far side. Latest Generation's not doing too badly near side. Royal Fleet is sticking on well. Here's Latest Generation. They're wide apart, but Royal Fleet probably just doing best, and Royal Fleet wins.
Market in play.
And this the final sprint of 5 to get ready for Galway joint Tote.ie handicap, and on the far side it's Trish Hero showing the way. In the centre of the grey is Maguire's Grace with Parker's Hill, Art of Unity and Chitra as they organise themselves at the end of the second furlong. Maguire's Grace disputes the lead with Drishiro. Art of Unity next with Chitra and Parker's Hill. By Amazing Emma and Bush Tucker Trial pushed along. Magyar next with Inventor and Blast of Magic. Attleborough and Herb of Grace and Sunset Nova and Canford Art, Jazz and Blues, Gordon Bennett. A long way behind. Hod's Girl racing to the final furlong. Actions on the stands rail.
I'm out of here, man.
Press and head. Chitra, Parker's Hill is in third, and then Sunset.
Market in play.
Fairly clean line. Franny Norton bustling up Mountain Brave. The yellow jacket to get a prominent position. Fizzy Feet has managed to claim the rail under George Adobe with the black cap and will perhaps just about shade the advantage, but now being pressured by Mountain Brave, who pokes her nose ahead. Up It's Maggie from a wide draw goes handy in the green and yellow, and the grey Shepherd's Way and Zimbaby with the white sleeves looks on from last place, but it's a well-grouped field of 5 as they approach halfway. Mountain Brave leading with Up It's Maggie getting within 3 parts of a length on the outer. Fizzy Feet rein back against the fence. Across to the nose-banded grey Shepherd's Way and Zimbaby circling the field, trying to edge a little closer as they swing for home, head to the last 2 furlongs. Mountain Brave to Up It's Maggie in the cheek, right on her tail. Here goes the nose-banded Zimbaby away to the left. The grey Shepherd's Way has found a bit of daylight. Fizzy Feet, the black cap, has been pulled off the rail as they head for the last.
I'm out of here, man.
Mountain Brave against the fence. Franny Norton in front, but only narrowly. Fizzy Feet challenges. So too it's Up It's Maggie. Zimbaby out wide. Fizzy Feet coming alongside Mountain Brave, who fights back tenaciously. Mountain Brave.
Market suspended.
Being ridden along early to go prominent. One of those is Mr. Chewer, and it's on the inside that Contrabass has claimed the early lead with Mr. Chewer, and also Sociologist towards the outside, and those are the first 3. Chocolate Box is racing in a share of 4th with Flint Hill on that one's outside. Arabist is quite deep out on the track. Kangaroo Point racing next. Then up against the inside rail is Lady Isabel, just in front of Gad Barn. Gad Barn races in advance of Clifftop Heaven, and then Arctic Fox, followed by Gubinator, who races towards the outside. Nikita is settled towards the rear of the field, and the back marker is Darwy as they head now on towards the final 1.5 miles in the back straight. And it's Mr. Chewer who now has the lead by a length. The Sociologist who races in second, a length and a half away. Contrabass being reined back to third. There's 5 lengths back to Flint Hill racing in 4th. Chocolate Box is in 5th. Kangaroo Point in 6th on that one's outside. Then Arabist, who's still quite deep out on the track, with on the inside the white and maroon of Lady Isabel. Racing alongside her is Gad Barn. And then towards the inside rail, Clifftop Heaven. Next is Gubinator, who was keen early. Gubinator racing alongside Arctic Fox. And still towards the rear of the field, Nikita only has 1 behind, and that is Darwy, as they go now on towards the final 8.5 furlongs. So they go towards the halfway point, and Sociologist and James Sullivan move around the outside of Mr. Chewer in the hands of Jason Watson. Still in third is Contrabass and David Allen, and in 4th, Flint Hill and Paul Hannigan. Then there's a break of just about half a length now towards the inside. In 5th place, Chocolate Box and Andrea Azzini. Then Kangaroo Point, Arabist out wide. On that one's inside, Lady Isabel. Then the Vivid Green of Gad Barn, well back just before the off. As they race on now, long sweeping turn back towards home, and they're about to go past the 6 furlong marker. 3/4 of a mile to go in the stayers, and Sociologist still has the lead on the outside. Contrabass now moves up to try and claim second. Mr. Chewer on the inside is in third. Flint Hill in 4th, Chocolate Box in 5th, Arabist wide in 6th, Kangaroo Point between the rivals, and then on the inside is Lady Isabel. A break of a length and a half back to Arctic Fox, who tries to improve. Nikita towards the inside. Still at the back of the field is Darwy, and they made the turn in, and now they're racing on down towards the final 3.5 furlongs. On the outside now, Contrabass lays it down to Sociologist and Mr. Chewer, and it is now Contrabass and David Allen who strike can go for home. They've opened up a break of a couple of lengths. Gubinator staying on towards the wide outside, but it's Contrabass. Now Gubinator into second. On the wide outside, Arctic Fox is staying on. Flint Hill, Nikita with the purple headgear is also picking up. They're racing inside the final 4.5. It's Arctic Fox, Gubinator, Contrabass and Flint Hill who are now the first three. Nikita scything his way through. Over on the far side is Gadbarn, who now has every chance.
I'm out of here, man.
Furlong. Gubinator in the centre just has the lead over Flint Hill in second. Over on the far side, the green colours of Gadbarn, but it's Gubinator and Paul Mulrennan out in front, and the stayers goes to...
And they're off, racing for this Betfred Summer Mile.
Mark
in
it
the blue
in
is
play.
dropped in with also in blue colours Hakiki at the rear of the field. Green Century Dream is kept wide of the others, and Tilsit also and Al Suhail going wide in the early part of the race. The grey horse Top Rank in the white jacket leads towards the inner running rail, where the noseband of Happy Power is close up and very keen in behind him as well. Light blue of Regal Reality is next, and the grey jacket of Space Traveller, very heavily punted at big odds. He races towards the back of the ones on the left. Next is the best turned out winner, Sir Busker, a dark jacket, a white cap, and Hakiki is with him. But on the right, the green of Century Dream and Jamie Spencer, pursued by Tilsit, a pink cap for Kieran Schumacher. They begin to edge over towards the inner running rail and join the others. With those in blue is Pat Dobbs on Al Suhail as they're way past the half.
Oakley.
And it's Century Dream who shows in front here now. Moves over to the rail. He's got about a length and a half advantage. Tilsit running in second, a neck behind this to Top Rank, and they're followed by Happy Power, and then comes Al Suhail, who's wide of the light blue of Regal Reality. He's travelling grey behind those, and then Sir Busker and Hakiki as they head down to the 2 marker, and still Century Dream continues to be in front, but look to the left, Top Rank with a very big challenge. Tilsit behind those, then comes Regal Reality.
I'm out of here, man.
Sir Busker against the running rail. Behind those is Al Suhail at the furlong pole in green. Century Dream still in front, but the pink cap of Tilsit nearest to us has come through now to move to the lead. Al Suhail is coming strongly behind those, but it's Tilsit who goes through to win. Century Dream was next.
The first of 14 fences, vying for the early lead. Allardyce up on the outside leads from different spot close up. Seskin Flyer just in behind him with Tian2. Broder is close on the outside. Bitview Colin just behind them. Then Dynamic Allen, and towards the outside is Blackjack Boy. On to the second. Allardyce in the lead. Different spot jumped up on the inside. To dispute second spot with Seskin Flower between horses. Broder to their outer. Tian2 was in fifth, and then Bitview Colin. Followed over that fence by Blackjack Boy with the orange sleeves. As they continue to the next, Just a Normal Day in mid-division ahead of Motcombe Street. Towards the inside is Shopping Around. As they reach the highest point of the track and approach fence number 5, Allardyce enjoying a lead of about 6 lengths. Over Seskin Flower, different spot the inside. They share second. Broder landed in fourth as they begin the descent. Bitview Colin next, and then Tian2 the outside, Just a Normal Day. Blackjack Boy is next with Shopping Around and Motcombe Street. Arctic Light. Flamingo's Court the outside of Dynamic Allen. The final pair, Arch Melody and Swat Cowboy, as they approach the turn in for the first time. Fences 6 and 7 ahead of them before they head out on their second circuit. Out in front, Allardyce by about 6 lengths. Continuing to dictate it for Philip Enright, followed in second by Seskin Flyer, Liam Quinlan, the green and yellow on the inside. The blue, white and red of different spot, and Dara O'Keefe. They're followed up the straight by Broder, white and green the outside. Ambrose McCurtain towards the inner is Bitview Colin, and Shane Fitzgerald as the leader. Allardyce jumps fence number 6 with a clear lead. Seskin Flyer remains second. Then different spot towards the inner, Bitview Colin. The centre, Broder, near side the white and blue of Tian2. They're followed over this fence by Just a Normal Day. Shopping Around is on the rail in blue and white. Outside that one, Blackjack Boy, and then Motcombe Street. In the hoops, Arctic Light, Swat Cowboy, Flamingo's Court, Dynamic Allen, and a few lengths adrift at the back is Arch Melody. As they go into the turn, Allardyce, Philip Enright still out in front, leads by about 8. Seskin Flyer in second for Liam Quinlan, followed around the turn by different spot, Dara O'Keefe, the inside, Bitview Colin, Shane Fitzgerald, Broder to his outer. For Ambrose McCurtain, followed by Tian2 Paul Power and Just a Normal Day Conor Orr. their inside.
Oakley dokley.
Shopping around Keith Donoghue. Behind them is Blackjack Boy, Mark McDonough. As they reach the back straight and head to their next fence, which is number 8. Out in front, Allardyce, slightly reduced lead, but still the best part of 6 lengths in front. Different spot on the outside of Seskin Flyer. Broder is in 4th spot. Bitfew Collins, slight mistake there. Tiantu, and a worse mistake towards the back by Dynamic Allen. On to the next. Allardyce over and clear. Different spot. Seskin Flyer lead the chase. Broder next. Shopping around has improved to track these. And then Bitfew Collins the inside of Blackjack Boy. On the outside, Tiantu with Just a Normal Day. And then Motcombe Street, Flamingos Court, Arctic Light, Swat Cowboy, Dynamic Allen, and Arch Melody. Away from the 4th last fence and continuing to the highest point of the track. Allardyce still out in front and clear. Going into 2nd spot on the outside now, Tiantu. Shopping around is 3rd. And then Broder, mistake there by different spot, hampered Blackjack Boy, who unseated rider, Mark McDonough, took the fall as they head downhill on the approach to the straight. Still out in front, Allardyce, chased by Tiantu in 2nd. On the inside is Shopping Around. The outside Broder. Behind them, Flamingos Court makes headway with the red headgear. Just a Normal Day, Seskin Flyer, and then Motcombe Street, and behind them.
It's suspended. Mark it in play.
In the red jacket, racing towards the centre through the early stages and sticking to the centre at this stage. Great Max probably leads. Mr. McCann, Dabab on the far side. Bit Keen in the white cap is Private Signal. Then Mott and the Messer down the centre. There's a little bit of a breakaway group now. 3 heading more towards the far side. Meanwhile, down the centre on the extreme left is Austrian Theory. They're tracked by Native Trail and Masakila. And now Papa Cocktail tacks across towards the far side group. It's Great Max that takes them along over there from Private Signal. Dabab, the favourite, is 3rd over there. Light Blue Jacket, Frankie Dettori. They're followed by Papa Cocktail. Down the centre, it's Mr. McCann from Mott the Messer.
Oakley dokley.
And then Native Trail making a bit of progress now, and Masakila at the rear of the field. A very open-looking race at this stage. And it's the Chesham 3rd Great Max that still holds sway. Challenged on the far right by Dabab. Coming home strongly now. Into the final 2 furlongs. They're chased by Private Signal. Then Papa Cocktail. On the extreme left, Mr. McCann. Down the centre is Native Trail in the all-blue jacket. Dabab took it up and now passing the...
I'm out of here, man.
3-length lead over Native Trail, who stays on well. So too Masakila down the near side. Dabab on the far side, Native Trail, and Masakila thrusting Native Trail. Native Trail has
Market suspended.
It is Matchless who takes them through the early part, followed by Ottoman Emperor. Tazarad on the inside of Theory of Music and Isle of Sark, last of the quintet. Continuing down the back straight, it's Matchless and Wayne Lorden going along just over a length and a half in front of Ottoman Emperor, and Shane Kelly on board the dual winner, and then Tazarel, Colin Keane on the inside of Theory of Music. Representing the females, Shane Foley, the rider. Back marker is Isle of Sark, Dylan Brown McMonigal. Just over 6 furlongs to go. Still in the same order, Matchless tracked by Ottoman Emperor, Tazarel, Theory of Music, and Isle of Sark. Passing the 6 and soon to come out of the back straight. And it's Matchless followed by Ottoman Emperor, Tazarel, Theory of Music, nudged along last but 1, Isle of Sark, 5th of the 5. Racing past the halfway stage as they head for the home turn in the Irish EBF race. Over
Oakley dokley.
Quarter, Matchless, followed by Ottoman Emperor, Tazarel with the nose band close up in 3rd, and then Theory of Music. And although Isle of Sark is the back marker, less than 4 lengths off the leader. Racing in the straight, just over 3 to go, and it's Matchless in front of Ottoman Emperor pushed along. Right in behind them and trying to come out between the two is Tazarel, then Theory of Music and Isle of Sark. 2.5 furlongs from home, and it's Matchless pushed along in front. Joined 1 from the rail by Tazarel, then Ottoman Emperor, not much between the 3. Stretching on from Isle of Sark, who relegates Theory of Music to be the back markers. They race to the final furlong. And it's Tazarel battling.
I'm out of here, man.
Ottoman Emperor has got to the front from Tazarel, gone 5 clear of Isle of Sark, and it's Ottoman Emperor who's going to run off the hat-trick here.
They're off.
Mark it
Full the
in
home
play.
back on track, City Plate, 7 furlongs ahead of them. Sir Maximilian missed it. Red and white spots bustled along in rear. Safe Voyage, maroon jacket away brightly, leads them into the turn, working across to Arzano with the red cap, and then Cardem in the blue and white racing freely, and trapped a little wide. Oh, This Is Us has got a position against the rail in the purple and white, and Ross Collin in the black and orange is next to him. And then Matthew Flinders, who's worse than midfield. He's in the back third in the diamonds of green. Diamonds of black and yellow. Udalali is his shadow. And Sir Maximilian racing in rear, but firmly in touch as they go through halfway. They'll be about 5 lengths covering the field. Safe Voyage is stacking them up. Zano is obliged to race one wide, and Cardem is wider still.
Oakley dokley.
This Is Us against the fence alongside, coming inside the 3, Ross Collin. Then Udalali, the yellow cap, to Matthew Flinders and Sir Maximilian, and they're beginning to swing back towards home in the City Plate. Safe Voyage has made every inch so far, unbalanced on the bend, but is now kicking on. Safe Voyage trying to stretch him. Oh, This Is Us in the purple and white finds daylight, moves off in pursuit. Then Cardem with a striped cap on the left from Arzano. Ross Collins struggling.
I'm out of here, man.
Safe Voyage has got a lead of over 2 lengths. Deep inside the last furlong, Cardem is chasing, but surely...
Mark it in play.
But Red Power was alertly away and is right up there in the early stages with Royal Emetha. Racing over on the far side are both Atomic Lady and Jersey Rose, who now tacks across to join the main group. But racing isolated, Atomic Lady is right up there together with Red Power. These are the first 2. Royal Emetha is racing in third, then International Boy alongside Meng Shan, and then the blue colours of Jersey Rose. She's about a length in front of Silken Petals, the slow-starting Night Candle at the rear of the field.
Oakley dokley.
With Wiganese. They race on down towards the final 2.5 furlongs, and it's Red Power taken on now over on the far side by Atomic Lady. Between them, Royal Emetha towards the near side. Silken Petals has every chance. Just a little bit short of room on the outside was Jersey Rose. They race down now towards the final furlong. Silken Petals on the near side.
I'm out of here,
Red
man.
Cap on the far side. Atomic Lady. Atomic.
They're off. Race over 5. Count D'Orsay and
0.
Ivor and Dan
Mark
Zeno,
it
the
in
last
play.
to get away. Significantly, the red jacket in the centre with a noseband shows good pace. The early stages, Nomadic Empire and Al Jadi, and also Show Along are towards the left. On the right is significantly leading them up there to Mockatil. Sunday Sovereign in a prominent position. Hurricane Ivor Zargan and also Mackinac
mark
far
it
side,
in
close
play.
up behind the leader. Count D'Orsay and Danzino behind those. Significantly to Only Spoofing and Sunday
Oakley dokley.
Sovereign with Mockatil towards the extreme right as they already head down inside the last couple of furlongs. Show Along on the left in company with Hurricane Ivor and Nomadic Empire. Significantly, Nelson Gay and Tis Marvellous in the dark blue leading the near side group into the
I'm out of here, man.
significantly in red. Hurricane Ivor is there. Also Mondamish in the grey and yellow flashing home. They hit the line very tight. Hurricane Ivor in purple significantly in
Mark
red.
it.
That one, the leader joined and headed now is Global Equity. Tune the Cello, both improve. ICMBA has made good headway up on the outside, just behind them. Gold Creep, Harbour Queen still in touch as they jump to third last and begin the descent. The Market Prince.
Play.
Loses several lengths. Away well Motto KL towards the stand side with Amethyst, and also showing speed on this near side group is Lord Rapscallion. They're chased by Count Otto and Boardman. Over on the far side, Honor Session is the leader over there from Jumeirah Bay and Ropey Guest. Then National League trying to recover from the slow start.
20 seconds.
At the back of that group. Lord Rapscallion has broken clear of the others down the centre to near side group, chased by Motto KL. Then Revich and
10
9
8 seconds.
They're tracked by Boardman and Perotto and Amethyst in a white cap towards the
0
side.
seconds.
Oakley dokley.
In that group from Kimmy 5, Gabriel the Wire and Shine So Bright. Lord Rapscallion on the near side. On the far side, on a session challenged by Jumeirah Bay and chased then by Symbolise with the white blaze. Fundamental with a run down the centre. Motto KL in the blue and white jacket as they pan right across the course. Perotto's chasing these leaders inside the final furlong and a half. Jumeirah Bay far side on a session symbolised down this side's last year's winner, Motta KL.
I'm out of here, man.
And Motta KL and Frankie Dettori leading again up the hill at the end of the Bunbury Cup and drawing right away. And
Racing past the mile pole, and it's Mari Cruz and Siobhan Rutledge gone up to contest the lead with Bring Us Paradise and Dylan Brown McMonigal. Then Ivy Avenue, Luke McAteer just showing up third from Easily and Paddy Harnett. And these are tracked by Himalayan Beauty and Nathan Cross. Sea Trout Reach and Robert Weirty next, and then Reverberation, Joey Sheridan, Baronial Pride and Mikey Sheehy relegated to the back of the field as they come past the 6 furlong point, and Baronial Pride took a stumble there. Bring Us Paradise towards the halfway stage, disputing the lead with Marty Cruz. After the grey is Ivy Avenue, then Easily as they head for the turn into the straight.
Oakley dokley.
Bohemina Printers Handicap. It is Marty Cruz and Bring Us Paradise tracked into the straight by Ivy Avenue, then Easily. Around the outside with the noseband Himalayan Beauty, then Sea Trout Reach, Baronial Pride, Reverberation coming towards the 3. Little between Bring Us Paradise and Mari Cruz. It's Mari Cruz just shading it, racing to the final 2.5 furlongs from Bring Us Paradise. 2.5 to 3 lengths back to Ivy Avenue, who's come under pressure. Then Himalayan Beauty. Baronial Pride is trying to stay on. Then Sea Trout Reach, Reverberation, and Easily is dropped right out of contention. Racing to the final furlong and a half. Still in front is Mari Cruz and is grinding it out.
I'm out of here, man.
Bring Us Paradise. Sea Trout Reach is staying on. On the outside is Ivy Avenue. It's Marty Cruz in front.
Oman in a pale jacket. The freely sweating Monbaha. Striped cap for Dane O'Neill in third. And then Act of Wisdom. He seems to have recovered his poise, having been slow to gather stride. And Annandale, the white-faced chestnut racing at the back of the field, having seemingly been mildly inconvenienced leaving the stalls. So they swing round towards the top of the straight in the 10 furlong point. And Star Caliber and Hayley Turner dictating here to Oman a couple of lengths away, and then Monbaha from Act of Wisdom and Annandale last of the 5 within the last mile and a quarter now, and Star Caliber in the King Power Silks, the blue and white. Hayley Turner seemingly just steadying the tempo a fraction up the straight with an advantage still of a couple of lengths over Oman. Jason Hart in the mauve and whites, and then Monbaha, Dane O'Neill in the Shadwell Silks, wide of the Godolphin representative Act of Wisdom, Royston French, and Annandale in the Star Johnston Stokes at the back of the field. Franny Norton chasing another winner here this afternoon. They go through halfway and travel up the viaduct side of the track inside the 7. Star Caliber at his leisure in front to Oman, with Act of Wisdom a little closer on the inside.
Oakley dokley.
Still being shadowed by the weighted with Monbaha and Annandale in touch. They race now to the 5 point. There's been no injection in the gallop as yet. Star Caliber from Oman. Act of Wisdom has got the royal position, the all blue. Monbaha in the headgear a little wider. And Annandale and Franny Norton waiting in the wings. They head inside the last half mile now. And still Star Caliber doing it on his own terms. Hayley Turner in pursuit of a Rudy double this afternoon, leading by 3 parts of a length. Oman at the leader's quarters. Act of Wisdom on the inner of Monbaha as they leave the 3 behind them. The pace now begins to rise. Annandale chased along at the back of the field. Star Caliber quickening. Can't see off Oman at present, who's still pestering as they come inside the 2. The leading pair have kicked on by a couple of lengths. Monbaha moving up to give chase. Got a bit of ground to make up. Act of Wisdom on the inner, then the white-faced Anna.
I'm out of here, man.
On down towards the last furlong they come. Oman has taken over here from Star Caliber. The others have got work to do, and Oman has galloped a couple of lengths clear. Deep inside the last furlong from Star Caliber. Annandale is running on late in a steadily runner.
Smith's Cup
Market
Ascension was
in
a step
play.
slow away. Dark Pine also just missed the kick, and towards the inside is Johnny Drama, who is right up there in the early stages. Victory Chime is another one who goes forward, and so too Cockalorum as they make their first turn. And it is Cockalorum who is now taking the lead to Victory Charm, and whipping right round that one's outside now is Bright Start. So it is Cockalorum to Bright Start and Fishable. These are now the first three. Then Johnny Drama on the inside, followed alongside him by Victory Chime, and out very wide is Al Zarakan, who is racing very keenly. Winter Reprise is next to the field, followed by What's the Story and Astro King. Lucanda just in behind them, with Sky Defender out quite wide. Then towards the inside is Surrey Pride, in advance of the Grey Ascension, as they go through the first 2.5 furlongs, with at the back of the field are Deer, just about the back marker, Dark Pine, and also Nicholas T towards the rear of the field, and so too is Dawam. So they're now on the turn. They go towards the halfway point in the 62nd running of the John Smith's Cup, and it's Cockalorum on the inside, Fishable racing in second. To the inside rail, Bright Star is third, Al Zarakan is in fourth, and they're then being followed in fifth position around the outside by Good Birthday, who is improving. Johnny Drama on the inside, followed by Winter Reprise, and then between horses Victory Chime, What's the Story in Astro King, Lucanda, and then Ascension, who's on the inside. Surrey Pride is next, now being driven along is Sky Defender, who is trying to make ground. They're fanning out right across the course, and they're entering the final 2.5 furlongs. Cockalorum does lead over Fishable. Towards the near side is Good Birthday. Those are the first three. Johnny Drama is right there. Ascension continuing to stay on. Winter Reprise over on the far side with Dawam looking for racing room. They're racing on now down towards the final.
I'm out of here, man.
Cockalorum and Johnny Drama the first two. Fishable and Good Birthday over on the near side. And then over on the far side with the noseband is Dawam. They've got a half furlong to go. And now in the centre, Johnny
20
Drama with over on the
seconds.
far side, Strait of Hormuz and Johnny Drama. And in the centre, Johnny
They're off.
Mark it. Mark it in play.
Line, although Appellation in the yellow has just dropped in towards the back of the field. As they settle down, the Diamond Jacket of Keeper's Choice goes through to lead. Belazardo won the Best Turned Out award is against the running rail, the white and black colours. She's pretty keen. Up with her as well towards the left, Kelois in the green and yellow jackets running either side than this pair of the leader Keeper's Choice. Behind him is a Rafi in the green and grey. They're followed by Madame Tonsi in orange cap for Charlie Bishop on this 5-year-old mare. Wears blinkers the first time. Yellow Jacket of Appellation is settled now. She's pretty keen in the early part of the race. And Caspian Queen in the red and white checks is just at the rear of the field as they now make their way down to almost halfway. So Keeper's Choice and Tyler Hurd showing in front. To Belazada, Robert Havlin, jacket against the running rail, Kelois the yellow cap up on the outside of Rafi and Pat Dobbs in the green and grey. Appellation is next, Cam Hardy in yellow, red sleeves for Danny Muscadon, Caspian Queen, and with him is Madame Tonsi. But they're heading down now with just over 2 furlongs to go. And Kelois comes through to join now Keeper's Choice. With those is a Rafi, Madame Tonsi next, Belazada behind this, and then comes Caspian Queen as Kelois and Rafi are the pair who fight it out.
I'm out of here, man.
Choice 2 lengths behind them in third position, and then Madame Tonsi, but Kelois has
And then Rohan, a little group. Rohan now tracking across to the centre as Glenn Shield leads down the centre under Holly Doyle, chased by Emirati Anna, last year's winner Oxted. Also Extravagant Kid and Glorious Journey in that group, and they're chased further back by Summer Gand and Rohan. Meanwhile, down the sand side, Good Effort is blazing the trail, a good 2.5 lengths clear of line of departure. Miss Amulet is on the far side. Art Power going off very quickly with Supremacy. Chasing them on the stand side is Starman and Creative Force, and then Brando. Dragon Symbol is there as well. Miss Amulet just sort of room there. Further back is Chill as they race on now towards the final quarter mile. And on the far side, Art Power and Supremacy. Glenn Shield down the centre. Oxted coming through. Been drawn on the far side, coming through on the stand side as he did last year with Dragon Symbol as they meet the rising ground. Starman runs on well as well. Art Power far side and down.
I'm out of here, man.
Starman begins to do the best, and a new sprinting star. It's Starman who wins the
Market suspended. In play.
A little slower into stride than the others. This is the first division of the Navan Racecourse Data E Handicap Mile and 2. And the leader is Cross Step heading down the back straight, followed by Treble Cone, and Boeing is third. In fourth is Lady Leonora with a break of a couple of lengths to Levios and Dance Emperor, Irish Ambassador, top weight Divine Celt, and then Eloy Damerval and Wee Jim. Next on the inside is Anfas with Carteas and Supreme Machine and Cha-Cha Dancer. Ernest Loring is some way clear of Mechaban City with less than 7 furlongs to go. They're well strung out, and it's Cross Step and Luke McAteer. Stretching on by 3 lengths to Treble Cone and Gary Carroll in second place, and third is Boeing and Joey Sheridan as they come towards the halfway stage. In fourth is the great Lady Leonora and Colin Keane, and then Leviosa. Racing for the turn into the straight with 4.5 furlongs to go. And it is Cross Step maintaining a 3 lead over Treble Cone, then Lady Leonora who's moved into third. As they swing into the straight. After Lady Leonora, improving is Divine Celt, and then Irish Ambassador, Boeing, Supreme Machine, and Carteas and Dance Emperor. Racing to the final 3 furlongs, and it's Cross Step in front. Both beginning to close together. Lady Leonora and Divine Celt, then Irish Ambassador, Dance Emperor in the middle of the track is Treble Cone, then Supreme Machine who's coming into it. Ahead of Leviosa and Eloy Damervalle is lowering, is followed by Carteas, Cha-Cha Dancer, Boeing's dropped away, then Anfas and Macaban City, and Divine Celt strikes the front. Racing to the final furlong and has quickly opened up a lead over Dance Emperor who's picked up the
I'm out of here, man.
outside. It's a finish between the Fahis here. Dance Emperor on the near side has got to the front in the last half furlong from Divine Celt. Lady Leonora's in third, and at the finish it's Dance Emperor and Sam Ewing winning by...
They're off. With the wee
Market
the yellow
in
and red
play.
slowest to get out of the stalls, beginning at the top of the straight, 1.25 miles to cover in the Mental Health UK Handicap. And as they begin to sort themselves out into racing formation, Blistering Barney with a cheap piece is the early leader to Barari. The orange cap with the white star. Makayam, orange cap. Nose-banded gelding is a close third. Red Derrick out wide. Blue Sleeves in fourth as they slide under the judge to Firewater against the rail. Gabriel the One, a grey jacket with a blue cap, pulling hard towards midfield. And a break of 1.5 lengths to Torbolino, the orange sleeves, the white cap, racing wide of Heart of Soul, the grey and bay stars on the inner. Curtis, 2/3 of the way back, predominantly white jacket, racing ahead of Night Bear in the red. The white-faced Herculean is towards the inside, the purple sleeves, and the slow-starting A Wee Dram is last as they turn left-handed at the 6 marker. And it's the keen-going Blistering Barney who leads, and he has an advantage of a couple of lengths over Barari under Marco Gianni heading the chase. Makayam, white jacket, racing a close third. Red Derrick is wide. Firewater, the orange sleeves, close up on the inside of Gabriel the One, the blue cap. Then Owner Mate, Heart of Soul, back to Curtis from Night Bear and Herculean. And A Wee Dram continues at the back of the field. And the pace steadied as they went beyond halfway. And now moving inside the last half mile. Blistering Barney shaken along briefly in front to maintain the advantage. With Barari coming right alongside. Gabriel the One waiting in the wings just about third. Firewater on the inner. Heart of Soul has pulled out, finds some daylight. As the leading pair quicken on inside the 3, and as they begin the swing back towards home, Barari in the orange and white challenging strongly the pace-setting Blistering Barney. The Kukash pair are out after them. Gabriel the One, the blue cap, and the grey and beige stars of Heart of Soul, and the leading 4 have broken clear. 1.5 furlongs to go. They head down the straight. Barari,
I'm out of here, man.
No advantage here. From Heart of Soul on the left, Gabriel the One, the blue cap, is in the clear, and the Kukash duo come either side of Barari, who sticks his head down between them. Heart of Soul driving hard on the near side. Gabriel the One up the one on the inner, Barari in the centre.
Markets.
Furlongs, El Astronauti, as is his wont, away in a flash, and he's taken on by the filly Winter Power, and these are the first 2. First Company is racing in third, Dakota Gold, and then Kay Amore in third, fourth, and fifth. And then Urban Beat, who's racing just in advance of Moss Gill. Then Tarbouche. Last but one is Lahore, and the back marker is Snazzy Jazzy. They're already coming through the halfway point, and Winter Power has breezed into the lead. Chased by Dakota Gold, Kay Amore. Then over on the far side, El Astronaute trying to stay on his First Company towards the near side. Urban Beat is picking up. Moss Gill weaving his way through between rivals, but the filly has got a break over the field. Winter Power out in front, giving chase now on the near side.
I'm out of here, man.
Winter Power out in front by 1.5 lengths. Moss Gill is lunging. Urban Beat on.
And this set. They're off. Race over a mile and a half here.
Mark
for this
it.
Betfred
Mark it
nifty
in
50
play.
handicap as they begin their journey. Dropped in at the back as Surrey Gold and Irish Legend, and in the early strides, the best turned out winner Glen again. It's a maroon and yellow jacket, has the early advantage. Green colours, Glentanius, wider of him, then a couple in light blue. The first of them, Recovery Run. It's light blue with darker braces, and then light blue also for First Light, who's a little edgy in the stalls beforehand. The royal blue jacket of Mystical Dawn is in company with him, and then the yellow colours of the favourite Dushan, who races level with Pleasant Man. Surrey Gold, yellow jacket and darker sleeves is next, and then Irish Legend in the white and red is at the rear of the field as they race now towards the final mile, and they're about to turn right-handed and head for home. And Glen again then, and Ben Curtis lead. Glentanius and Luke Morris is narrowly in second place over David Probert on Recovery Run. Be about a length behind those. Royal Blue Jacket, Pat Dobbs on Mystical Dawn is showing in fourth position, and a half length behind him to the light blue of Robert Havlin on First Light. Dushan and Daddy Tut Hope, the grey horse, is level then with Pleasant Man and Kieran Schumacher around the outer of him. And they're followed by Surrey Gold, Richard Kingscote yellow with darker sleeves, and the mainly white jacket of Irish Legend with Jamie Spencer is at the rear of the field as they head now down towards the final 5.
Oakley.
Good 8 lengths, maybe a bit more, first to last. Little change in the order so far, and Glen again is heading towards the home turn with about a length of advantage. Glentanius running in second place, a half length to Recovery Run, who's showing in third position, then a length further back to Mystical Dawn, who's ahead of First Light. About a length and a half off these. Very pale jacket of Pleasant Man around the outside of Dushan. The favourite is last but 2 at the moment.
Go!
Just the pair of Surrey Gold and Pleasant Man are behind, and Irish Legend are behind him as they move then into the home straight. They have 2 furlongs to go, and it's Glen again, the yellow cap still leading. Recovery Run on the left in light blue. Also on the left in light blue is First Run, their First Light. They're both making progress. Glentanius behind those, and then comes Dushan in the yellow trying to get into
I'm out of here, man.
Is behind this, approaching the last furlong, and now First Light has come through to join Glen again. Recovery Run between those. Dushan up against the far side, running well. A late sprint in the race for him. First Light it is, though, has the advantage with Robert Havlin and Wim. Dushan second.
On by Frankie Dettori, going up with the leaders, along with Amir Kabir. In the black cap is Koeman. Spirit Mixer in purple with the lighter chevron on the outside of Baron Boehm, and Duke of Conduct is just the back marker. So Pied Piper taking them along now from Parachute, Tom Marquand for Ed Walker, the winning trainer-jockey combination in the Darley July Cup with Starman in second place here. Parachute a warmish favourite, followed by Amir Kabir, and then Graf out around the inside as they round their one and only turn. Koeman is further back from Spirit Mixer, the recent course and distance winner on the outside of Baron Boehm in the white cap, and Duke of Conduct is restrained at the back. So out in front still Pied Piper as they now begin the long run towards the grandstand. They're just passing the 7 furlong marker on now towards the 6, and it's Pied Piper still showing the way. In second on the inside, on the left is Parachute. Koeman close up with Amir Kabir. Koeman in the black cap just behind Amir Kabir. Then Spirit Mixer, Graphite on the inside, Baron Boehm and Duke of Conduct.
Oakley.
So heading down the centre of the racecourse and on now towards the final 4.5 furlongs. Pied Piper's made just about all the running so far in the hands of Frankie Dettori, shadowed by Tom Marquand on the left aboard Parachute, who ran so well at Royal Ascot. On the right in the dark blue sleeves is Amir Kabir coming there with every chance, and the pace is lifting now. William Buick getting after Amir Kabir on the far side, just drifting across now towards that far side. Spirit Mixer stays on Koeman, a bit of a dash here. On the left is Graphite, Baron Boehm down the centre with a chance, then Duke of Conduct. So they race on inside the final quarter mile. On the right, Amir Kabir, down the centre, Pied Piper and Parachute. And then on the left is the grey Graphite. Baron Boehm still stays on, then Koeman, Spirit Mixer on the far side, and Duke.
The cap losing some lengths at the start. Blackstone Cliff up front. the lead with No Never Again and Legendre, followed down the back straight Rodney Bay, and then Prime Chief, Jess's Corner, Duncannon Power and Catch Cody. Lapito next with On the Inside, On the Spot, Clueless Hill and Euro Clyden. Dream Wisely's next, and these are followed by Rita Levy, and they're tracked by Cliff Top, Green, Black and White Jacket. First Blood is towards the rear with Blackstone Cliff. Racing towards the 6 furlong point, and it's Legendre and Catch Cody. These two heading towards the end of the back straight, followed by No Never Again, and then Rodney Bay. Lapito's made a move on the outside of Jess's Corner, and then Prime Chief and Clueless Hill and Duncannon Park. Cliff Top next with Euro Clyden and Dream Wisely. On the Spot next, then Rita Levy, Blackstone Cliff. Relegates First Blood to be the back marker. Tightly grouped, coming inside halfway. Heading for the home straight, it's Legendre and Catch Cody matching strides. Lopito's just moved from Rodney Bay, and then No Never Again and Prime Chief, the quarter jacket. Clueless Hill next, they're followed at the top of the straight by Cliff Top. On the Spot, Euro Clyden, racing to the final 3 furlongs, and it's the grey Legendre and Sean Davis, still mixing it up front with Catch Cody and Rory Cleary, then Prime Chief and Dylan Brown McMonigal angled out from the rail, and then Rodney Bay, No Never Again. Euro Clyden, Jess's Corner, Cliff Top now begins a run. Dream Wisely on the stand side is Clueless Hill, spread right across the track, racing towards the final furlong, and it certainly has an open looking feel to it. It's Clueless Hill from Dream Wisely, Cliff Top, Prime Chief. These on the line from rail to rail. Catch Cody and Legendre is next, and bursting through is Cliff Top. Cliff Top from Dream Wisely, Clueless Hill, Cliff Top on the far side of Clueless Hill, and between them was Dream Wisely and Rita Levy latched onto their heels late home.
Well, a thrilling finish to our 8th and final race of the afternoon, and Nathan Cross records a double.
Market in play.
The slowest to get out of the stalls, stoked along at the back of the field in this Racing Welfare handicap. Fools Rush in from stall 2, Pink Cap Hayley Turner away briskly and leads them into the turn. With stablemate Cuban Breeze, the star on the red cap, racing handily. Sir Benedict in the spots is pulling hard behind the leading pair. Fighter Pilot, Grey Jacket racing in 4th, and from a slow start, Eloquent Arthur is last of the 5, but as they approach halfway would be in 4 lengths of the lead. Fools Rush into Cuban Breeze, Sir Benedict against the fence, and then Fighter Pilot and Eloquent Arthur, and they're already swing back towards home, and they've got 2.5 furlongs to travel. Turner in front here dictating on Fools Rush in. Cuban Breeze, white sleeves ridden along. Sir Benedict in behind, nowhere to go at this stage, angling for a bit of daylight. Fighter Pilot and Eloquent Arthur, the striped sleeves, the final 2 into the straight. Fools Rush in, trying to fend off all the challengers down towards the last furlong.
I'm out of here, man.
By 2 lengths. Sir Benedict in the spots is in the clear. Every chance from there. Cuban Breeze sticking to the task. Eloquent Arthur running on late. Fools Rush in.
Market in play.
Away. One of those was Ratia from stall 3, who was very slow. Spanish Angel also from stall number 6 broke very slowly. Through the early stages is a bait who goes on with Mr. Wagyu, who is also up there, and so too is Love Powerful, who is racing alongside Gafanfar as they go through the early stages, and it is a bait who just about leads the field. A bait and Mr. Wagyu the first 2. Gafanfar is racing in 3rd, Love Powerful, and then Danzan, followed by Dark Defender. Then towards the near side is Round Hay Park. Next in the field is 4 to more in what's a very tightly grouped field. Over towards the far side, just following through that leading group, is Mark's Choice. Big Les already coming under a ride, looking for a scene. Music Society now angles towards the near side. They've got a furlong and a half to go, and it's Gafanfar who now just has the lead over Mr. Wagyu, who is racing in 2nd. Ventura Express staying on with Capote's Dream over on the far side towards the near side.
I'm out of here, man.
Deep inside the final furlong, it's Mr. Wagyu who now noses the lead over Gafanfar and also Capote's Dream as they race up towards the line. A 3-way go, which is
market suspended.
Capote's Dream on the far side, Gafanfar in the centre, and on the near side
They're off. They race away. Pretty
Market suspended. Market in play.
The Raging Rascal in the yellow jacket is towards the rear. North of Amazing, extreme left shuns the company of the others early on. Be prepared. And towards the extreme right, Song of the Isles are the leaders of the main group, and the nose-banded Edgewood and Le Revere in company with those. Marbre is the dark jacket and pale sleeve. Spanish Star and Little Boy Blue in the middle of that group, and on the right, light blue of Cold Stare, the royal blue of Flaming Spears behind him. The yellow jacket of Raging Rascal is the back marker, but North of Amazing races by himself on the extreme left there. Races by himself, and the main group are led by Be Prepared, who is the overall leader at this stage. From Le Revere in Edgewood and Little Boy Blue, and then Cold Stare on the extreme right trying to make progress, and Song of the Isles behind those. Marbre is the one on the left of the main group of runners. Raging Rascal and Top Secret are behind that. They are past the 2 furlong pass, and it continues to be Prepared. Marbre, though, coming through the challenge. Top Secret behind those. Spanish Star making good progress. Red and white checks. Little Boy Blue behind this, and then Flaming Spear. At the
I'm out of here, man.
Now Be Prepared, joined by Spanish Star and David Probert. Top Secret and Robert Havlin coming through the black jacket. It's between this pair. The black jacket, Top Secret is...
In the finale,
market in play.
6 over towards the inside, Stormy Master prominent. Cash Me Outside in orange and white between horses Stucker Hill, also close up Blustery and Full of Zandra. Just behind them as they go into the turn, towards the inside is Esther's Present. As they continue around the turn, it'll bring them into the back straight and up the far side. On the inside, the maroon and white colours of Stormy Master, with Blustery keeping to the outer. Wider still, Full of Zandra and Cash Me Outside. Close up behind him, towards the inside is Esther's Present. Rubiana has improved, also Celtic Dancer in the predominantly yellow colours. Galros Jimmy, also with this leading group as they go to jump the first. Wake Up Early is behind them with Stucker Hill as they rise at the first. Stormy Master led from Blustery. On the inside is Esther's Present. Rubiana in red colours has gone right up on the outside as they jump fence number 2. Cash Me Outside made a slight mistake. Stucker Hill, a worse mistake, dropped back towards the rear as they go on to number 3. Stormy Master on the inside with Blustery alongside. Rubiana is on the outer, and they're followed uphill by the blue cap of Galros Jimmy. Towards the outer, Celtic Dancer. Improving just behind him is Hungry Tiger. As they continue on the climb and approach their 5th fence at the top of the track, Blustery up on the outside of Stormy Master. They show in front of Rubiana with Galros Jimmy as they jump that fence. Towards the inside is Esther's Present. They're followed on the descent. The red and yellow is Hungry Tiger. Outside Hungry Tiger as they run downhill. On the approach to the straight is Mallor of Autumn. About 12 lengths covering them as they approach the turn in. Blustery and Philip Enright leading now by about a length to Stormy Master, Darragh O'Keefe the inside. Rubiana up on the outer. JJ Slevin between horses is Galros Jimmy and Shane Fenlon. Just behind them, Esther's Present, Mike O'Connor, with on the outside of that one, Mallor of Autumn and Richie Deegan. They're tracked to the straight by Hungry Tiger in the red and yellow on the inside, Adam Short. That's the leading group as they head up the straight for the first time. Blustery towards the near side, over towards the inner, Stormy Master, the leading pair, with Galros Jimmy just in behind them, Rubiana in the red colours, and they're followed over it by Esther's Present, then Mallor of Autumn as they come to fence number 7, and Galros Jimmy in the centre, lands in front, new leader as they come up to past the judge. Near side Blustery, not much to choose between the pair, and the inner, Stormy Master is third with Rubiana and Mallor of Autumn, and then Esther's Present, Hungry Tiger and Celtic Dancer.
Oakley dokley.
And then Stucker Hill. Mulla Murphy Blue is next in the half colours, followed by Full of Zandra. The green and yellow of Mr. Butler. Wake Up Early is on the rail. Cash Me Outside next, and Clundara at the back. As they continue around the turn, Blustery has regained a narrow advantage towards the outside with Galros Jimmy around the inner. Stormy Master still right there. Rubiana and Esther's Present are close behind, 4th and 5th. Then Maller of Autumn in the blue and white colours, the inside Hungry Tiger. Celtic Dancer is next with the stripes of Stucker Hill, Ballymurphy blue. Mullermurphy blue on the inside with Mr. Butler. Nudged along is Top Weight Full of Zandra as they reach the first fence up the back. Blustery, Galross, Jimmy, Rubiana, the leading trio, followed by Stormy Master. Esther's Present, and the outside of them is Maller of Autumn. They're followed by an improving Stucker Hill and then Hungry Tiger. Mullermurphy blue creeping into it with Celtic Dancer next, and then Mr. Butler as they clear the next, which is 5 from home. Blustery, Galross, Jimmy and Stormy Master, the leading three, chased by Rubiana, Esther's Present, Hungry Tiger. With them is Maller of Autumn as they continue to their third last fence at the top of the track. Stormy Master back up on the inside. Blustery to the outer. Between them is Galross Jimmy as they jump it. Stormy Master led from Galross Jimmy in second. Blustery to the outside is third, and they're chased on the downhill run by Maller of Autumn, Rubiana, Hungry Tiger, Mullermurphy blue tracking them. They're followed by Esther's Present.
I'm out of here, man.
To the outside, a couple of lengths then to Clune Darrow beginning to close on them, and then Celtic Dancer. Leaders bunching up as they approach the turn-in. Stormy Master on the rail. With the blue cap is Galross Jimmy. Wide of them is Blustery. Just behind them, red and yellow of Hungry Tiger. Tracking them in the blue and white is Maller of Autumn, with Mullermurphy blue in the halved colours as they head up the straight with 2 to jump. Out in front, Stormy Master has gone on by a few lengths, coming through to lead the chase. Maller of Autumn towards the near side. Rubiana challenging with Blustery. Away from it, Blustery. Over on the far side is Maller of Autumn and Rubiana in third. Blustery the leader as they come down to the final fence. Blustery from Maller of Autumn. Clune Darrow is staying on behind them with Rubiana, but Blustery out in front. Maller of Autumn second, Rubiana third. As they go to the line, Blustery will win the finale for Philip Enright and Robert Turner. Rubiana second.
Market suspended.
Dancer stayed on for 4 ahead of Clune Darrow.
Yeah, Blustery, as Tom Stanley rightly pointed out before.
As the gates opened and has been left trailing by 6 or 7 lengths. State Patrol has to be bustled along. Grey Jacket darts to the inside, also in rear, as they hurtle up the viaduct side of the course on the finale on City Plate Day. And it's Falconbrook in the blue who gets to the front and charges off a couple of lengths clear to Golden Melody in the red and black, racing wide of Twilight Song, and they've gone off very sharply here. In fourth place, the Cody Kid in the black and pink's about 5 lengths off the lead. There's another small break to Samaxi in the purple and white, and then State Patrol, and having fluffed the start, Cuban Dancer is last of all and would be more than 10 lengths off the leader as they go steadily towards the halfway point. So it's Falconbrook and Poppy Field dictating here to the white-faced Golden Melody heading the chase. Twilight Song in a green jacket's already being pushed along in third. The pack are beginning to close as Falconbrook now folds quickly inside the 3 and stops very sharply, and Golden Melody goes breezing on, and so do most of the rest of the field, with Twilight Song in the emerald green disputing second, with Cody Kid in the black and pink, and then Samaxi as they head inside the 2. Golden Melody, then a Marco Gianni with first.
I'm out of here, man.
Cody Kid and William Carver trying to bridge the Twilight Song is next, then Samaxi in the purple and white from Cuban Dancer as they come inside the furlong. It's still Golden Melody. The Cody Kid is edging a bit closer, beginning to bridge the gap. Golden Melody palading. The Cody Kid coming alongside, nosing ahead, and the Cody Kid, well, he didn't behave himself.
And Lady Laid, and Pyrenea chasing them a length and a half further adrift. Downhill for the first couple of furlongs, and quite tight at the moment to choose a leader. Maybe just Sagittarius now nosing to the front, the pink jacket over to the far side, the white and blue of Doomsday, and that one's old rival Lady Laid over towards the stand side, the favourite travelling powerfully, and then Pyrenea, who's now way to the far left and trying to pick up. Run down inside their final quarter of a mile. Sagittarius is ahead. Doomsday is struggling. Pyrenea's over to the far side, but now Lady Laid this side is about to come with her effort, and as they make the run up the hill towards the final furlong, Lady Laid is now sent on. Pyrenea's running a big race over to the far side, has moved away from the
I'm out of here, man.
Lady Laid in front, shown the whip, and begins to open up. Lady Laid goes on to win, goes back to...
Então aqui estamos, aqui depois das corridas analisadas aqui neste sábado. Foi de todos até agora o dia em que o meu melhor foi o meu melhor resultado. Ganhei mais dinheiro Não sei se foi, não foi o dia que ganhei mais dinheiro face à banca, que tenho aqui dias de 120%, 52%. Contudo, foi dos dias que ganhei mais dinheiro em si, 44 euros. Eu não sei, por acaso não tenho ideia de quanto é que... Ver se consigo aqui ver. Comecei com uma banca de 87, julgo eu. Foi com uma banca de 87 e acabei nos 132. Foi muito bom, melhor, teve um início muito bom. Tive muito boas corridas inicialmente. Eu sei que em 2 horas e meia ganhei 36 euros destes 44. Contudo, a meio do dia, telefona-me a perguntar se eu queria ir para a praia e foi quando tudo começou a descambar. Do tempo que falta das 5 horas e meia, não, 5 horas, dessas 5 horas de corridas que há, em 2 horas e meia fiz 36 euros dos 44, no resto fiz só 8 euros, porque comecei a perder, a ficar completamente desconcentrado. Tenho aqui corridas de 14 euros de prejuízo, 7 euros de prejuízo. Foi nesta altura onde, por causa disso, porque queria ganhar dinheiro o mais rápido possível, para pensar, olha, já tenho o dia feito, vou embora. Já posso ir embora para a praia. E que foi terrível. Acabei por ser um dia completamente normal, fazer até às 6 da tarde, onde na prática não ganhei quase nada a mais do que era suposto. Influenciou bastante a parte emocional, a parte de ei, já estou aborrecido de fazer isto, estava mesmo melhor na praia, e se eu preciso era o melhor que tinha feito, porque na prática não fiz grande coisa a mais. Tinha aproveitado muito melhor o meu tempo a ir embora do que ter ficado. Como podem ver aqui, fiz 36 corridas, 1 hora e 24, foi bom, é que provavelmente se calhar foi de todos o melhor, o ganho por corrida. A ver, aqui as corridas handicaps, geralmente é aquelas que eu ganho mais dinheiro. As corridas foi tudo, está aqui esta foi aquela corrida que deu o maior prejuízo, foi uma de 6F. Mas pronto, com isto consigo chegar ao patamar 5, vou fazer o levantamento. Faço já agora. Acabo por conseguir andar com stakes agora para o próximo dia. Perdi de segunda-feira com stakes de 5 euros. Quero ver se começa a estagnar lá, se estagna um bocadinho, para ver se começa a ver se vale mais a pena andar com 3 ou 4 stakes em vez de geralmente de 2. Em vez de pôr mais stakes em vez de pôr maior valor. Antes de andar com 2 stakes, por exemplo, de 10 euros, se calhar não é melhor andar com 4 de 5. É coisas que eu tenho que ir testando e vendo se vale a pena, se me compensa. Mas pronto, foi isto. Tenho que ter em conta essa parte emocional, essa parte de se estou cá é para fazer, se não estou cá para fazer, mais vale a pena ir embora. Se estou cá com a cabeça noutra coisa, mais vale a pena ir embora. Por isso, portem-se bem, bom resto de fim de semana e fiquem bem.